Climate Change Act is a way of unifying actions of the various government departments to make sure that Northern Ireland as a whole, across all of its society, all of its economy, takes action on climate change and reduces its greenhouse gas emissions in a controlled and just transition towards a zero carbon future. So government action is a bit stop-start, a bit hit and miss on climate change. Some government departments are taking action. Some government departments were doing things that were counter to action on climate change. So we needed something that was going to make sure all government departments did what they had to do in a more controlled and cohesive way. So the Climate Change Act came about after a long process involving civic society groups like Friends of the Earth and other groups who were members of the Climate Coalition Northern Ireland. And we were working with MLAs in the Assembly to introduce a bill. And it was a long process. It was a difficult process because different groups have different competing objectives and priorities, but we managed to put something in place. And then the Minister introduced his own bill that was directly in competition with the one that we had. But again, a process of negotiation and compromise, we managed to end up with a bill that we think is pretty good and should do the job if it's properly implemented. We have to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions very quickly, and we have to do it in a cohesive and just way. Any proposals that are acting counter to that, we just can't go ahead with. So it's a matter of society catching up with reality, the reality of the science, the reality of climate breakdown. So we have to change the way we do things. We can't just tinker with things around the edges. This is a very profound challenge to the way we have structured our societies and the way we run our economy. And if we are to survive as a society, as a civilization, we need to change the way we do things. And we need to do that is in a way that is compatible with tackling climate breakdown.